Good day, City High Non. Today's topic is about recognize and understand the market. This is again your teacher Pinky Rose Amira A. Oligo. For our objectives, after going through this lesson, the learner should be able to 1. Know the problem in which a business opportunity arises from. 2. Identify, screen, and propose a solution to meet the problem. 3. Select the best product or service that will meet the market's need with a consideration of generating profit. Here are our topics: unique selling proposition, value proposition, target market, customer requirements, and our market size. So, what is a value proposition? Anyone who knows what is value proposition? You got it. Value proposition is a business or marketing statement that summarizes why a consumer should buy a company's product or use its services. This statement is often used to convince a customer to purchase a particular product or service to add a form of value to their lives. In creating value proposition, entrepreneurs will consider the basic elements. So we have four basic elements of value proposition. First is we have to consider the target market. Two, needs or opportunity. Third, name of the product. Fourth, name of the enterprise or company. So there are many competitors in the market to establish superiority to them. Entrepreneurs should think some alternative and how it works better. So an important aspect in value proposition must be truthful that will establish credibility to the consumers. So let's say for example, potential value proposition is most common in small businesses of your locality. So we have Aling Charing Sari store opens from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But Aling Charing noticed that there are customers who go nearby town to look for a convenience store at around 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. She believes that this is a great opportunity for her store to operate 24/7. So in this example, proposed value proposition, Charing Sari Sari store opens 24 over 7. So the business describes Sari Sari store, a basic retail store. The assurance from this value proposition is because of the phrase opens 24 over 7. So that's our value proposition. Next is value proposition again is what the customer gets from what the customers pay. So we have examples of value proposition. It increased revenue, faster time to market, improved operational efficiency, decreased costs. So do you understand now what is value proposition? Good job. Now let's proceed to unique selling proposition. From the word unique, do you have any idea what is this all about? You got it. So, unique selling proposition refers to how you sell your product or services to your customer. It is a marketing concept where you differentiate your company or products from similar products of your competitors. So for USP, you will address the wants and desires of your customers. So as an entrepreneur, you think of a marketing concepts that persuade your target customers. So here are the tips for the entrepreneurs to consider in creating an effective unique selling proposition to target customer. First is you have to identify and rank the uniqueness of the product or services. You have to be very specific, and you have to keep it short and simple. So here is why unique selling proposition, or what does it do to your brand. So as you can see in this diagram, we have the green portion, which is the winning zone. So this is the clear point of difference that meets the needs, make it even bigger. And for the red, it's the losing zone. Your competitor meets the consumer needs better than you do. So you'll be crushed if this is greater. So the black portion, or the question mark, is risky. So comprehensive battleground, use emotion, innovative, superior execution, and who cares? Many times competitors battle in areas the consumer just doesn't care about. Have fun wasting your time. So this is what it means to say. So let's compare what is value proposition versus the unique selling proposition. So value proposition are longer statements than USPs because they express the tangible results or concrete outcomes, benefits, or customer experiences from using a company's product or services. So they serve to convince your target market they'll get value for their money by describing exactly what the value is. So for unique selling proposition, you use bigger benefits by clearly describing the three biggest benefits of owning your product or service. So for unique selling proposition, you have to be unique. Use your USP to separate from competition by setting up a buying criteria. So, as an entrepreneur, present the best feature of your products or services that are different from other competitors. So, identifying the unique selling proposition requires marketing research that you will learn from the other modules in the fourth quarter. So, in promoting your products or services for your business plan, make sure that it is very specific and put details that emphasize the differentiator against the competitors. So you have to keep it short and simple and think of a tagline that is easy to remember. So, right now, the proposed unique selling proposition of the previous situation that we use for Aling Charing's Sari Sari store opens 24 over 7. Okay, so let's have an example of unique selling proposition that you may use for your business plan. So, example, this is a well known leather company. So, their USP is they'll fight over it when you're dead. It is a sentence that immediately conveys the unique value of Saddleback's products in their signature irreverent tone. This product is built so well it will outlive its owner. The messaging also refers directly to their 100-year warranty, which backs the promise with a guarantee that the products will last you a lifetime and then some. So, another example is Death Wish Coffee. How many of you would want to purchase this coffee? So, the world's strongest coffee. So, a lot of coffee shops and roasters lay claim to having the smoothest or richest cup of coffee out there. Death Wish Coffee, however, choose to cater to those who need an extra kick in their cup of joe by instead selling the world's strongest coffee. So Death Wish Coffee is an excellent example of developing a product based on USP that was largely left untouched in the grounded coffee market. It's not a position that will immediately attract every kind of coffee drinker, but the product firmly appeals to a certain segment of consumers and it's hard to imitate. So that wish coffee backs it up too. In addition to boldly declaring it on their site and packaging and breaking down how it's made, they also offer full refunds for anyone who says that the coffee wasn't the boldest cup they'd ever had. Can you imagine that? So, now that we have discussed already value proposition and unique selling proposition, let's go to our next topic, target market. Any idea what's target marketing or marketing target? So, identifying, locating, or finding your target audience is your business's first and maybe even most important marketing task. So, this is because the success or failure of every single thing you do all comes down to your ability to clearly define who it is you're trying to reach. So, market targeting is a stage in the market identification process that aims to determine the buyer with common needs and characteristics. Prospect customers are the market segment that entrepreneurial venture intends to serve. In targeting a specific market, it will exclude people even if it will not fit your criteria. So rather than targeting your market that allows you to focus your marketing money and brand message on a specific market that is more likely to buy from you than other markets, product is more affordable, efficient, and effective way to reach potential clients and generate business. So for this one, you have to identify a certain a market that you wanted to introduce your product. So we have the commonly used method for segmenting the market. So we have the psychological segmentation. So divided in terms for customers think and believe. So we have variables to consider for psychological segmentation, which are needs and wants of the customers, what are their attitudes, social class, personality traits, knowledge and awareness, brand concept, and lifestyle. So these are the most important thing that you have to consider when you are segmenting the market. And we also have the behavioral segmentation divided according to customers' behavior pattern as they interact with a company. So the variables to consider for behavioral are the perceptions, knowledge, reaction, benefits, loyalty, and responses of your customers. We have another two commonly used method for segmenting the market. We have the geographic segmentation, which is the total market is divided according to geographical location. So, for example, for geographic segmentation, we have to consider that the different variables are the climate, dominant ethnic group, culture, density, either rural or urban areas. So, imagine you are living in the Philippines and then you are trying to promote coats. So, who will be using coats in the Philippines, especially that we have only two season, the wet and dry season, the wet and dry season. So this is very important. It's because it will determine the success of your business or its failure if you don't know how to do the target marketing. Another one is the demographic segmentation, which is divided based on consumers, gender, age, income, occupation, education, religion, ethnic group, and family size. Imagine presenting a pork product to a Muslim. So, this is very important that if you wanted to be categorized under this certain group, you have to have a logo of halal products so that it will target not only your Muslim or Muslim customers, but also the other religion that don't eat pork or consume alcohol. So I hope you get that. So let's proceed to our next topic about customer requirements. So this is very important. It's because for customers, they have other specific characteristics that we have to consider. So for customer requirement are the specific characteristics that the customers need from a product or service. So we can have the two types, the service requirement and then the output requirement. So, what is a service requirement? Anything that is tangible or product that is not able to be touched but customer can feel the fulfillment, that is service requirement. Example, if you went to a spa and you are satisfied with their services, as you can see, service they did the service to you, they did the massage, they did the spa for your body scrub or body scrub, but you don't have the physical product. It's because what you have is only the intangible thing which you feel a satisfaction. So that's service requirement. Another is the output requirement, which is a tangible thing or things that can be seen. So characteristics, specifications that a consumer expect to be fulfilled in the product. So for example, for our output requirement, so imagine ordering a pizza. So, what are your expectations when you order a pizza? Of course, you are expecting a physical or a tangible product. So, these are the requirements for your output. So, we have to consider that characteristics, specification that a consumer expects to be fulfilled in your product. So, customers that will avail services as a product, then various services requirements can take the form of output requirements. So, for example, if the consumer hires a multi cab, then on time arrival becomes the output requirement. So especially if you're ordering something in a food panda or grab, so the service requirement there is the delivery of their product, and then the output requirement there is when your product is delivered on time. So with the thing that you have purchased or a food that you have purchased. So I hope you understand the customer requirements, which we only have two, which are the service requirement and the output requirement. So let's go to the last topic, which is the market size. So entrepreneurs' most critical task is to calculate the market size and the potential value that market has for their startup business. So market research will determine entrepreneur possible customers in one locality. So market size is like a size of arena where the entrepreneurs will play their business. It is the approximate number of sellers and buyers in a particular market where are companies that are interested in knowing the market size before launching a new product or service in the area. So, in determining the market size, entrepreneur will conduct a strategic marketing research from reliable sources using the following method. So, first is To estimate the potential market, so approximate a number of customers that will buy the product or avail your services. And then we have the second step is to estimate the customers who probably dislike to buy your product or avail the services. And lastly, the third step for market size is for the entrepreneur to estimate the market share. That means plotting and calculate of the competitor's market share to determine the portion of the new venture. So to explain everything that I have discussed, let's watch this short video.
When I ask someone who their targeted customer is, I almost always get the same answer. Well, our customer could be anybody. We sell insurance, so anybody that needs insurance. We're a financial planner, so anybody who eventually thinks they need to retire. I want you to think about it in this way. Have you ever been to McDonald's? If you think about McDonald's, a $25 billion company, they have a targeted customer base. Who do you think it is? It's kids. That's why they have the Happy Meal play place and that creepy clown. You'll float too.
So
You don't see
thank
their
you so
advertising
much
during the
for
24-hour
listening.
news cycle or in the Wall Street Journal. You'll see it most of the time on kids shows. So when you're trying to figure out who your targeted customer is and you try to cast the widest net possible, you'll usually catch the fewest fish. Look at who your best potential customer is. Look at your top 10 clients. Are they more male or female? Are they more white collar or blue collar? Where are they located? What do they do for a living? What is their decision criteria based on? And start to really focus in on who that customer is, serve them well, because it's better to have a narrow niche with a lot of clients than have a wide niche.
Thank you for listening. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. So please leave a comment down below if this video have been helpful to you and in what way this video can help you in your business plan presentation.